Now that you're drawing with InkScribe, one of the first things you might notice is the annotation system. And that's the blue information that you see around my targeted anchor point. You can actually change the way that looks by going into your InkScribe preferences. With InkScribe activated, I'm going to hit Enter or Return on my keyboard to bring up those preferences. Over here on the right, this entire section is dedicated to customizing your annotations. Over here at the top, as you make changes, you're going to get a preview of what they're going to look like. All right, so let's make some changes. Over here for rows, I'm going to go with 4 rows, and for columns, I'm going to back off on that for a single column. If you take a look at my preview, now I have a vertical tab instead of a horizontal tab, which is what we started off with. You can always swap out some of these buttons by just clicking and dragging to remove one, and then clicking and dragging to bring one back. Currently, my annotations are set to blue, but that's not enough contrast between my design and the annotations. So I can always switch over to red annotations or black. You have some additional features here, but I'm going to jump down to annotation location. By default, it's set to automatic, so InkScribe is going to try to guess the best location for your annotations. If I switch over to orientation, I could pick a specific location. I'm going to go with top left and then jump down to distance from point. All right, the way this works is if you have a large document, you're going to want to increase this value. If you have a smaller document, then you're probably going to want to back off on that. All right, I'm going to click OK to see what we got. Over here, I have my targeted anchor point, and if you take a look at my annotations, they're 100 pixels away from my anchor point, but in the top left section. If you want to go back to your default annotations, just jump back into the preferences. Once you have your preferences up, over here on the top right, click on this button for Settings Manager. You can choose default settings, but if you actually like your annotations, you might want to save those off for future projects. In fact, InkScribe already ships with an annotation preset for you to play around with.